Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, and exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances, teaching, criticism, news reporting, and parody. Satanic Illuminati news is example of teaching, news reporting, satire, and commentary. I'm looking at the Drudge News Report feed. It's the one I go to most often. I heard someone call Drudge the nation's assignment editor. I think that's fairly accurate. I think it's the best place to look at news quickly and to find a wide variety of conservative, liberal, and objective reporting. They're propping this fella up, Rory Moore. The establishment and the mainstream media are propping him up as a divide and conquer strategy. I'm not saying there aren't dumb fucks in Alabama who will actually vote for this idiot, but they're brainwashed, mind-controlled, and morons. No intelligent, sane person's gonna vote for someone who is banned for a mall for creeping out teenage girls, or at least no person with scruples will. So why is he still running? Why is he still in the news? As a divide and conquer strategy. They want you talking about it. They want you talking about the difference between the way the Democrats are handling this situation and the Republicans. They want you hating this guy as sort of avatar for Trump. He's going to lose by a slim margin. That's in the plan. But the point of the race is to make you feel disgusted with your fellow American. Just as the point of the Trump election was the same. And you do, don't you? Yeah. Your mind is being controlled. I don't know what to say about these wildfires. I mean, on the one hand, it seems perfectly reasonable and logical to me and right in line with everything I know about the Hidden Hand's plan for culling the population and how they worship death and how they have been talking about, working on, and I believe have now the capability of actually really doing crazy shit like controlling the weather. Maybe not creating a hurricane, but guiding it, strengthening it, moving it. You see, the high-frequency radio emitter in HAARP, all it really can do is send energy to a place, and what that does is change the atmosphere in that place. Like if we all learned in school, if atmosphere is hot, it absorbs more moisture and expands, and it moves in a certain way. And if air is cold, it gets rid of its moisture and falls and, gets low to the ground. Well, we know that air acts differently depending on what temperature it is. So if they can change the temperature of a certain patch of air, that's kind of a big deal. They can create high pressure zones and low pressure zones. You know what a low pressure zone is for a storm? Or for winds, for that matter. Do you know what low pressure zone is for a storm? It's a carrot to a mule. You put it in front of a storm and the storm goes that way. Do you know what low pressure zone is for high winds? It is a, vacuum cleaner for high winds. You got high winds coming, zap a low pressure zone right here, and it'll suck those winds towards it. Get it, people? They can, and in my opinion, although I'm just one crazy fucker, are controlling the weather. Now, I'm not saying they started the wildfire, but I'm saying that when one does start, their AI kicks in and they say, okay, HAARP's gonna, and they start computing and calculating how they're going to take advantage of it to kill the most people and cause the most devastation. Now, if that's true, and we all have to admit there's at least a chance it's true, if that's true, something's got to be done about it. We have to stand up and stop it now. We can't allow the Satanists to really just sort of kill us all now, can we? Do you believe that prophecy is a script to follow like they do? I don't. And as soon as the robots get here, they'll take those jobs away and not even say, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh yeah, technology and progress, it's really helping out the humans, isn't it? Making our lives more convenient and easy, isn't it? I'll talk about the currency in a minute. Not yet. Well, like I said, these people, these Satanists, this hidden hand, Illuminati, whatever, some of them believe the Bible. They believe in God. They believe in Satan and Lucifer. They believe it's all real and that they're in the game. That they are as gods. They know the difference between good and evil. They, they believe that they're the fulfillment of Satan's promise to Eve in the garden, and that they can actually do battle with God, and prophecy is all about them, and they're somehow in a combination of fulfilling and defying prophecy all at the same time. Those are the real fucking morons, okay? Others, and I believe these are the highest up, understand that there's no God, there's no Satan. There's simply the evil in the hearts of men and how you manipulate it. These are the really smart ones. They've come probably closest to fulfilling the promise of Satan to Eve in the garden, using their intellect to make them like gods. These are the ones building the D-Wave. These are the ones building the CERN. And these are the ones making AI. And these are the ones probably really in charge. They understand there's no God and there's no Satan. They understand there's no good or evil handed down from above. And they don't care. They're fine with that. They can deal with that. They see themselves as existential nihilists who are part of the intelligentsia. They're smart enough not to need God to feel okay, you fucking Bible-thumping moron. They don't have to have the comfort of some sort of afterlife, even if it's a hellish one, to help them get through this life. They're smart, okay? They got it going on up top. They're so smart that they'll take you and your stupid superstitions and beliefs and manipulate it for thousands of years to get you to act the way they want. Can you believe they've designed a religion that gets its followers to believe that being punished is making them blessed, that being meek will inherit the earth, that being last will make them first? That the only way for everlasting life is to die. I mean, talk about a oppressed population. I know many, many Christians who talk every week at Sunday about how these are the end times, and not only that, they hope and pray it's the end times, and they hope for the end to come quickly. Talk about a controlled population. One hoping for its own demise? Boy, that's mind control. That's cultural engineering. That's what they've done to us. So when you see Trump throwing matchsticks at a tinderbox in the Middle East. Don't be surprised. They don't care about peace. They don't really care about Jews and Muslims or Israel. All they care about is ruling the world. All they see the Middle East as is a tool to help blow it up. You see, any contractor, any constructor, any person who builds things, any mason knows that before you can build a nice new building on a site, you have to clear away everything that's there. And that's what they think they're doing. I mean, they think they're fulfilling and defying these prophecies, and they think they're going to go and build the third temple, and that they're going to usher in the war with God, and they think that they're going to win it, and they're fucking morons, all right? Except for those ones at the very top. They know that it's all bullshit, and they keep on going anyway, because what they really just want is a distillation of the Darwinian principle of the survival of the fittest. They believe themselves to be the fittest. And they've expanded the Darwinian concept from survival of the fittest to rule of the fittest. That's what fascism is, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a sufficient definition? Rule the world. The externalizing of Satanism is happening very fast and furious right now. It's everywhere. Every Super Bowl, every Academy Awards, everything, everywhere is all about Satan. I'm sick of looking at it. I've canceled my cable TV. Probably going to have to cancel all my online movie services and whatnot, because it's getting to be the same way. You know, all these countries like Venezuela and Hong Kong, the things going on in the suburban areas of Hong Kong, Venezuela, and the horrible influx of criminals into Europe, and Greece, Italy, and people are suffering. You see, it's not like a plan in the future anymore, people. It's happening now. They're making their move. It is my contention that they feel desperate somehow. They've got to hurry up. You know why I think I'm a Planet X believer? It seems to me that everything we're experiencing right now points to Planet X. The supposed slowdown in the Earth's rotation can only be caused by the influence of a gravitational force, it seems to me. The navigational errors in the Navy that have caused them to pull out their compasses and their paper and pencil again, people. The big old, remember when destroyers a few months ago were crashing into the Indonesian tankers every couple of weeks, and they couldn't explain what the hell was going on when anyone could have looked out a window and seen the two boats almost about to hit each other? What's causing these things? Planet X, people. And it's just going to get crazier and crazier as the end comes closer. And these people got to figure out a way to make it all work for them. That's the story you see on the news.